Hi Robert, this is Amanda with Digital Velocity, and this is the screencast that I was telling you I would shoot for you. Sorry it took me a little bit longer than I had anticipated. Things got a little hectic for me, but so before I start on your website, I want to take you over to Google. So hold on, I might pull up where I've got you. Okay, so there's two parts of a web page basically, and I'm not sure whether you know this, so I'll just go over it really quickly. But so when you search for a service, there's what's called the map pack right here. Usually there's 3 or 4 listings with this little map over here, and then there's the organic section down below. So to get into this first part, you need to have an optimized Google business listing. So that is going to be, this is your Google business listing here. So my company goes in and we make sure that this is completely optimized. We geotag your photos and add more photos. It's just kind of an extra little boost for SEO by geotagging them. Make sure that all your information is correct. Make sure that your areas and services are correct. Make sure your hours and your phone number, all that stuff is correct. I saw here that you don't have any questions and answers. So what you can do, if you don't have customers that are asking you questions, you can actually go in here and ask a question and answer it yourself. So you need to have, at least like 4 or 5 of these, and then continue to kind of do them over time, and just put, things that you're randomly asked by people, services that you provide, anything that a customer would ask you is a good thing to put in here. Reviews are super important. So I see that you only have 4 reviews here. So getting reviews from your customers is going to be a really important step for getting this optimized. So, I know it's hard to collect reviews and it can be a pain in the butt. So things that I've done for clients in the past is make like a flyer that you can hand out after you complete a service that's got a QR code that'll lead them directly to your Google business here so that they can leave you a review. Making sure that your description is filled out. They gave you, I think, 700 characters. So making sure that you use all of that and that you throw a couple of keywords in there too is important. Making sure that you are doing updates or offers. This is really important for your ranking factors. So, and this is an ongoing thing. So you need to be doing, at least an update or 2 a week. Really, you can kind of take a look at what your competitors are doing, how often they're posting, and then just beat that. I know that you have a Twitter, so I would link that on here as well. But pretty much just making sure that this is completely optimized. So that's 50% of ranking in the map pack. The other 50% of it is going to be what's called citations. So that's your business name, address, and phone number as it's listed on Google in different directories across the web. So places like Yext, Yellow Pages, BBB, Facebook, anywhere that there's a directory listing, you want to get yourself in there. So my company, we build out 200 of these hand-placed citations for each business that we work with, so that you far surpass your competition and it takes them a while to catch back up to you. So those are the 2 things that get you ranking in the map pack. Then down below in the organic section, this is where your website comes into play. So technically you could rank in these first positions without even having a website. So a lot of people don't know that. So, we try and get your Google business listing ranking as well as your website so that you're taking up as much real estate on page 1 of Google as possible. So taking it to your website here, I pulled up some competition. So what I did was just, I Google searched landscaper in Olympia, and I searched lawn care Olympia, and I pulled up some of your competition and I plugged them into this tool that I use called Ahrefs. So this is your website here, and so as you can see, you're ranking pretty low on the UR and DR. So what the UR and DR are basically the trust that Google has in you, that you are who you say you are and you do what you say you do, and the power that's being driven to your website. And power gets driven to your website through what's called backlinks. So backlinks are essentially any link that's on another website that leads back to you. So if there was a blog post that was about lawn care in Olympia, and the blogger had provided a link and that led to your website, usually it's linked to like a keyword. So if one of your keywords was lawn care in Olympia, that word would be, highlighted, and that you click on it and that would take you back to your website. So if that's what's called a do follow link, then that website would be saying, hey Google, it's okay for you to share my power with them. And so that's essentially how you move your keywords up in the rankings. So you'll show up initially for whatever keywords you have on your homepage, on your website basically. You'll show up for those, but it just depends on how much competition there is trying to rank for that keyword, where you'll show up. So, essentially you'll show up on page 3, 4, 5, 6, just depending on how much competition there is. But to move yourself up into the ranking positions for those keywords, you need to have backlinks. So backlinks are a major part of the monthly SEO costs that you may have heard about. So, website creation is one cost, and then SEO is a monthly cost. And that's a big part of SEO, is building backlinks to the keywords so that you can move them up in the rankings. The referring domains are just the websites that host those backlinks. Keywords, this is where you're really lacking. Keywords are basically how anybody's going to find you. They're things that somebody's going to type into the Google search bar to find your business. And as you can see, you're getting 0 traffic. Paid search is just if you were doing like a Google paid per ad, pay-per-click, this is where that would show up. So taking a look at some of your competitors here. So you can see here, why they're ranking above you. They're getting 238 traffic. This is for olympiclandscape.com. They're still pretty low on the URDR score, but they've got quite a few more backlinks than you do. And their keywords, and I don't want you to be like, 521 keywords. Like, it really doesn't matter how many keywords they have. It's about the quality of keywords. And so what we're looking for here is location specific, because we're really going to, go after the keywords that are people in your area that are searching for your services, so that you have the highest chance to convert with them. So they are showing up for a lot of location specific keywords. So you can see here, like landscaping Tacoma, the volume is how many people per month are searching for this keyword. The KD is the keyword difficulty. So this basically tells me like how hard it is to rank for a keyword, how much competition is also trying to go for that keyword, and essentially how long it would take to get you ranking for the keyword with doing active SEO. The cost per click, let me go back to that really quick. So this is on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being the easiest to rank, and then 100 being the most difficult. So you can see these keywords are pretty low on the difficulty level. So like a keyword of 0, if you were doing active SEO, you could see yourself ranking for that keyword within the first month or month and a half. And then it kind of goes up from there. So this would be like, 2 months. This would be like 3 to 3.5 months or so. So, and you can see this is what the traffic they're getting. So they're getting 17, they're getting 17 people per month that are getting to their website from that keyword. And they're ranked in the 3rd position. So, the higher you're ranked in that, the more traffic you're going to get from it. And the cost per click is just if you were running Google Ads, that's how much one click would cost you. So you can see there, I'm not sure where your service area is, or if you go to Kent or Tacoma or anywhere, but finding the keywords that are in your area, in your service area, and getting you ranking for those is what's going to help you drive traffic to your website. So here's landscaping Lacey, Washington. There's 40 people per month searching for it. They're only getting 5 traffic, and they're in the 4th position. So they do have a lot of good keywords here. So like this is an example of this is a global keyword. So landscaping stonework. There's no location in this, so this is going to be the whole U.S. that's competing for this word. So some of them are relevant to go after, some of them aren't. It's really just depending on, you know, if anybody is getting any traffic from them locally, whether I would decide whether, you know, we wanted to add those keywords in there too. But so you add the keywords into the content on your website to show up for it, and then you move them up in the rankings by doing SEO. So I also, one note, you know, Google likes to see like 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage. And right now you've only got 494 words. So really beefing up your website with some content is going to help. And I also noticed that this is basically just a landing page, and it looks great and everything, but what would really help you is to link these to service pages. So, you know, the services that you provide, creating an actual page for lawn care, an actual page for landscaping, so that you're able to have a lot more content, you know, around that service, and you're able to target more keywords. So, you know, really just beefing up your website with keywords is going to be really beneficial for it. So, but yeah, so I mean, there's a few other competitors that I pulled up that are kind of, you know, some of them are on the low end. Like this person's only got 26 keywords. They're only bringing in 4 traffic. So there's not a ton of really high volumed traffic or really high volumed competition around here. And there's quite a bit of relevant keywords with relevant traffic. So I would say that, you know, it wouldn't be too difficult to get you beating out these people for sure. So you see here 40 traffic. I just looked up their keywords because they have a lot of Olympia keywords. So these are a lot of the things that I would go after. And while there's not a ton of search volume for each of these words, you know, only 20 people, only 40 people, it does add up, you know, and there is traffic out there to funnel to your website. So, but yeah, those are some of the quick ways that I could show you, you know, why your competition is ranking above you, and some ways that we could help you to, you know, start gaining in the rankings and overtaking that competition. So I hope that you found this helpful. And if you would like to take the next step, that is setting up a meeting with me to have like a 20 or 30-minute phone call so that I can get some more information from you to be able to build you a custom proposal, which would have all my pricing and everything on it. So if you want to do that, then just go ahead and reach back out to me via email, and we can find some time that we're both available to do that phone call. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.